It's Madden NFL 22 on EA Sports, and we've got a showdown in the AFC East. It's the Pats and the Red Dragons, and it's coming up next.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today we've got an AFC East matchup between the New England Patriots and our home team. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So now the Patriots getting set to take over on offense. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones. Throwing Jones. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. The numbers for Sanders last week, 17 carries, 72 yards, and a touchdown.
They look like a team that really emphasized the running game in the offseason. They were going to build around it. Didn't matter if they were going to run gap scheme, power scheme, whatever. They've got a runner who finds yardage if you give him just a little bit of space.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a third and long. Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's third and long. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. First and 10 right at the 20. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. They'll look to throw. Caught on the slant. Touchdown! A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Red Dragons on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes Mac Jones and the rest of the Patriot offense. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
Here comes Sanders on the toss right. As Sanders has it poked free. And does the defense have it? They do, says the referee. We're going the other way. Now whistles here, and we've got a man down. Man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. He'll come out throwing here on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Patriots have it. Partner, on my spot sheets, I highlighted turnover. Because we remember, they turned it over 4 times last week. So another one here in the first quarter. This isn't the way they want to go.
No, not even close. And it's not something they even imagine, because the amount of time that we know that they spend in practice talking about what they need to get done, working on it, showing them how to take care of the football, and emphasizing what it means in terms of winning. They got to just be puzzled right now that they're not taking care of the ball better.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slash and run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, he's got Myers. And the Patriots are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
They'll try to run with Sanders. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, that play's not going to go in their highlight reel at the end of the season, but the only benefit to the offense, maybe a little more space if they want to throw the football now after taking that loss.
And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Miles Sanders. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. Point after, right down the middle. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Come on now, let's
go. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Steps away to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. It'll be a loss of 5 there as his safety blitz winds up paying off. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And the defense loses him. It's complete. It's a big play there on 3rd down. So that as it winds up, a good call by Vic Fangio. And just shutting him off there. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and the Patriots take over. New England trying to get a place on offense. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
6 yards left on 2nd down. They'll run. It's Sanders. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Now Jones. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked out and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The home side once again ready to take over offensively. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line. He's got a man complete. And what a big-time play there.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hip, but they'll say it's incomplete. Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other, and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got it? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Red Dragons have moved out in front. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more.
In trouble, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. And this offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier to shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Now Jones throwing on 3rd and long. Left side here to Sanders. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. "46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together. And got his man complete. And he gets this deep into Patriot territory. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. He'll look to throw. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up for the 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Red Dragons are able to stretch out their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And it's now 21-7. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On 1st down, Jones. That's complete into the hands of Myers. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. To throw again on 2nd down, Jones. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be some.
Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And this offense set to go now to begin the 3rd quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. They'll find him.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards.
I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play there.
It doesn't look like this defense found the magic elixir at halftime. This offense was rolling in the first half, and that's continued here in the third quarter. Another big play right there.
Now back to throw. Flush to his right. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
2nd and 2. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now we got... Third and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Red Dragons take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Jones' throw into the hands of Henry here. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Looking to throw. Jones. And he fires one that's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Jalen Waddle, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Red Dragons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Jones throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays.
Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked off at the 36. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Jalen Waddle.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Red Dragons get another 3rd-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that will extend this big lead. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. 1-play drive and into the end zone for 6.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
The Pats at the line ready to go. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
Carlos Basham drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. That's taken it around the 40.
So dangerous with a football in his hands. Call that a return of 38. And this offense, they're going to have an excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Hands it off out of the gun.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The offense on 3rd down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 8.
Back to throw here. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. The Pats at the line ready to go. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Back to throw. Jones. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Carlos Basham able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the 1st on the 35-yard strike. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
Let's go!
So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. He's going to go for a big play downfield. He's got him in, complete. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. And they rattle off a big one. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Buying time to his left. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Now, that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
And he's got it. And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Quite the turnaround from a week ago where he threw 4 interceptions. He hasn't had an interception this game, and he told us during the week, my goal, goose egg. He's achieving that so far.
And what we're seeing is that...
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Sly on for the extra point. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. New England's offense set to go. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Looking to throw. Jones. Under pressure, and down he goes. Ed Oliver, that time the one to get in there and bring him down. 2nd and 21, a lot of ground to cover. Another try after the first down sack. Jones. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A big offensive experience.